Years ago.
Well, Russian President Vladimir Putin has responded. Here's a bit of what he had to say. As it proceeds from international practice, Russia has reasons to respond in kind. Although we have the right to retaliate, we will not resort to irresponsible kitchen diplomacy, but will plan our further steps to restore Russian-U.S. relations based on the policies of the Trump administration. He went on to invite all diplomatic children who are in Russia to New Year's and Christmas parties at the Kremlin. Well, what does his response to you?
Well, that's very heartwarming of President Putin. I would recommend the kids not take their iPads to the Kremlin unless they want Russian intelligence services to know what apps they're playing every day for the rest of their lives. Look, what Vladimir Putin needs is a sense of new boundaries. He's had a free reign throughout the world over the last 8 years. He needs to have a sense of boundaries and to know that costs are going to be imposed if he crosses those boundaries. The administration has not drawn those boundaries and they've not imposed those costs. And in fact, they've gone farther than just being weak on Russia. They've actively opposed measures to toughen up on Russia. I proposed measures in our annual intelligence bill, for instance, that would enforce existing travel restrictions on Russian diplomats, by which I mean Russian spies in the United States, that would force the government to crack down on these Russian spies who are traveling all around America without the proper approvals. I got a call just weeks ago from a senior administration official after the election, after the hacking, asking me to remove that from the bill because it would be too provocative. So it's not just that that the president and his administration has been weak on Russia. They have actively stopped other efforts by people like me and other Republicans and Democrats in Congress from trying to draw a firmer line.
Well, my understanding is you went to the White House with the concept of something more formal, putting together a number of representatives from government agencies to fight back against Russian interference or coercion in our politics and what's going on here domestically. My understanding of that is that you got a response basically from the administration saying it was duplicative of what was already in place. It wasn't necessary. Can you tell us more about the response you got?
So this is a second measure in the intelligence bill that the administration threatened to veto the bill over. So in the days of the Soviet Union had something called active measures. They are influence operations, they're propaganda, they're covert activities trying to undermine Western democracy. I propose to create an interagency panel in our government like we had in the days of the Soviet Union that would counteract these so-called active measures. The Obama administration this was duplicative and they didn't need it. I would simply point out that whatever they have in place right now must not be working given all that Russia has continued to do. In fact, just yesterday, the administration acknowledged that Russia has continued to try to hack U.S. information systems, even after Barack Obama reportedly told Vladimir Putin to, quote, cut it out. So whatever measures they have in place have not been working. I wish they wouldn't have gone to such great lengths to undermine the efforts of Congress to take a tougher line on Russia these last 8 years.